Uncover the haunting reality behind the Addams Family, 1964 to 1966. A dark journey beyond the spotlight, where laughter and eccentric charm masked the quiet tragedies that unfolded off-screen. From the quirky, ever-smiling Gomez to the mesmerizing and mysterious Morticia, this iconic series captured the hearts of viewers with its bizarre humor and unforgettable characters. Yet behind the cult's success lies a shadowy truth, a series of heartbreaking fates that befell the beloved cast members. Join us as we peel back the curtain to reveal the untold stories behind the eerie magic of the Addams Family. From tragic accidents and devastating illnesses to the quiet loneliness of being forgotten, these real-life tales are often more poignant and haunting than the show itself. This is not merely a look at how these stars died, but a tribute to how they lived, the struggles, the triumphs, and the human stories that made them unforgettable. Prepare for a journey steeped in nostalgia, filled with somber reflection and emotional depth, a side of the Addams Family you've never seen before, where truth is stranger and often sadder than fiction. Marie Blake, 1895 to 1978. Born Edith Marie Blossom MacDonald on August 21, 1895, in Philadelphia, she lived under the long shadow of her younger sister, the famous singer and actress Jeanette MacDonald. While Jeanette became a beloved star of the silver screen, Marie toiled mostly in supporting roles, her talents often overlooked. Her portrayal of Grandmama in the Addams Family was one of her rare moments in the limelight. With her wild hair and mischievous energy, she became a beloved matriarchal figure in the spooky family. But off-screen, Marie's life was a quiet, aching series of near misses. She was married to actor James B. Gresham, but their relationship was marked by instability and emotional distance. The pair had a daughter, but the family never enjoyed the unity Marie so often portrayed on screen. Her later years were marked by sadness as her health declined and her name faded from memory. When she died on January 22, 1978, at the age of 82, it was from natural causes, yet one might say she passed away of quiet sorrow, her talents underappreciated, her life a footnote to the glittering stardom of her sister. Despite the warmth she gave audiences as Grandmama, Marie Blake spent her twilight years in near anonymity, a ghost of Hollywood's forgotten past. Carolyn Jones, born April 28, 1930. Carolyn Jones, the woman who brought Morticia Addams to life with a velvety voice and a haunting elegance, was far more fragile in reality than the immortal icon she portrayed. Her portrayal of Morticia, along with her dual role as Ophelia Frump, edged her into television history, embodying Gothic grace in the Addams Family, 1964 to 1966. Yet, beyond the heavy eyeliner and sly smirks, Carolyn lived a life full of heartache and solitude. Born in Texas to a deeply fractured family, she was raised by her grandmother after her father abandoned the household. Her relationships mirrored that instability, married 4 times, each ending in loneliness rather than love. Her most prominent marriage to television producer Aaron Spelling ended in divorce, despite a seemingly glittering life in Hollywood. Diagnosed with colon cancer in 1982, Carolyn initially kept her illness a secret, continuing to act even while in great pain. The disease metastasized quickly. She died on August 3, 1983, at just 53 years old, alone and frail in West Hollywood. Her final months were spent in silence, her once vibrant presence reduced to whispers in a sterile room, her face no longer framed by Morticia's long raven hair, but by the shadow of fading stardom. Lisa Loring was born on February 16, 1958, and etched her name into the hearts of television audiences as the delightfully morbid Wednesday Addams in the Addams Family, 1964 to 1966. With her solemn expression, braided pigtails, and an eerie charm well beyond her years, she portrayed Wednesday with an unforgettable mix of innocence and Gothic flair. Loring's personal life, however, bore the marks of tragedy from a very young age. Her father abandoned the family shortly after she was born, and her mother, a troubled figure in her life, died of alcoholism when Lisa was just 16. This early trauma shadowed her future. Though she later reprised Wednesday in the 1977 reunion film Halloween with the new Addams Family, Her career never truly recovered after her childhood stardom. Struggling through a series of turbulent marriages and personal losses, Lisa became entangled in Hollywood's darker underbelly. Her brief career in the adult film industry and associations with drug culture reflected a life searching for identity and peace. She died on January 28, 2023, at the age of 64, after suffering a massive stroke caused by high blood pressure and smoking. She was taken off life support with her family at her side, a quiet and tragic end for the once precocious girl who gave Wednesday Addams her first haunting smile. Felix Sila, born in 1937, was an Italian-born actor and stuntman whose life was a tapestry of both remarkable achievements and profound sorrows. Renowned for his portrayal of the enigmatic cousin ITT on the 1960s television series The Addams Family, Sila's career spanned numerous iconic roles. He brought to life characters in Star Wars, Episode VI, Return of the Jedi, as in Ewok, and in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, as the robot Twiki. Despite his on-screen successes, Felix's personal life was marred by heartache. He was married to Sue, with whom he had 3 children, Bonnie, Michael, and Diana. Tragically, his son Michael passed away in March 2020 at the age of 45, a devastating blow to the family. Felix himself battled pancreatic cancer, succumbing to the disease on April 16, 2021, in Las Vegas, Nevada. His departure left a void in the hearts of his loved ones and fans alike, a poignant reminder of the fragility of Ken Weatherwax, born on September 29, 1955, is best remembered as the chubby, mischievous Pugsley Addams on The Addams Family, 1964 to 1966, the elder brother of Wednesday and an often overlooked but essential part of the macabre family. Despite the show's lasting cultural impact, Weatherwax found his post-Addams life incredibly difficult. Trapped by the suffocating fame of his childhood role, he faced bullying in school and was typecast in the industry, unable to find steady acting work as he grew older. The son of a showbiz family, his aunt was famed actress Ruby Keeler. Ken seemed destined for the screen, yet it became a cage rather than a stage. He joined the army at 17 to escape the expectations that haunted him. Though he later worked behind the scenes in film and television as a grip and set builder, he battled with depression and financial instability throughout his life. He passed away from a heart attack on December 7, 2014, at the age of 59, alone at his home in California. His death barely made headlines at the time, a quiet, lonely exit for someone who had once brought laughter to millions. Harley Bear, born in 1914, was an American actor whose voice and visage became familiar to many, yet his life was interwoven with complexities and challenges. In The Addams Family, he took on the roles of Mr. Henson and Arthur J. Henson, among others, showcasing his versatility. Beyond this, Bear's career was rich with performances in radio dramas, notably as Chester in Gunsmoke, and appearances in films like The Young Lions and The Bad News Bears. He was married to Ernestine Clark, and together they navigated the turbulent waters of life, raising 2 daughters. In his later years, Harley suffered a debilitating stroke in 1997, which led to complications that ultimately claimed his life on November 22, 2002. His passing marked the end of an era, leaving behind a legacy tinged with both brilliance and melancholy. Ted Cassidy, 1932 to 1979. Ted Cassidy was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, on July 31, 1932. Standing at an astonishing 6 feet 9 inches tall, he was instantly recognizable and unforgettable as Lurch, the stoic, towering butler in The Addams Family. His deep, guttural "you-rang" became an iconic line, earning him cult status. But behind his commanding voice and monstrous frame was a man often tormented by his own physical uniqueness. Cassidy suffered from acromegaly, a disorder that led to his great height but also caused immense health complications throughout his life. He voiced numerous characters in animation and appeared in television shows like Star Trek, The Incredible Hulk, and I Dream of Jeannie. Despite his popularity, Ted lived a life touched by a sense of isolation, exacerbated by a divorce from his wife, Margaret, in 1975, which marked the decline of a long but troubled marriage. They had 2 children, but Cassidy remained distant from the public eye, and struggled with loneliness. In 1979, following surgery to remove a tumor from his heart, complications arose. He died from post-operative issues related to heart surgery at the age of only 46. His death was quiet, almost as if the world had forgotten the man who once loomed so large on screen. The loneliness that defined much of his life seemed to follow him into the grave. Jackie Kugan, born October 26, 1914. The tale of Jackie Kugan is one of cruel irony, a child star who helped shape Hollywood, only to be discarded by it, and later resurrected in the macabre glow of Uncle Fester. Jackie's early fame came from silent films. He was the cherubic orphan boy in Charlie Chaplin's The Kid, 1921, capturing the world's heart before he could even spell his name. But the fortune he earned, millions in the 1920s, was squandered by his own mother and stepfather. The betrayal was so profound it led to the creation of the California Child Actors Bill, forever known as the Kugan Law. This legal legacy, however, couldn't patch the personal wounds. His relationships were stormy and short-lived, from marriages, 2 divorces, and a string of heartbreaks. Kugan's role as Uncle Fester in the Addams Family was his resurgence, a manic, explosive character that belied the emotional wreckage behind the scenes. He lived his final years quietly, a far cry from the glittering fame of his youth or the manic cheer of Fester. Struggling with heart and kidney failure, he passed away on March 1, 1984, in Santa Monica. It was a quiet end to a life that began with thunderous applause. He was 69. Those who knew him say he never fully recovered from his early betrayal. He died with a smile known to millions, but a heart that never quite stopped aching. What do you think about the deaths of the actors from the Addams Family? And who do you miss the most among them? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our latest videos.